So once again, as was mentioned, my name is Tony Pang. You can call me T-Pang for short. And I am the director for SLIC, or the Student Leadership and Involvement Center. So what is that though? That office, we are responsible for fraternity and sorority life, our leadership programs, and our 100 plus student organizations. But not only with that, our office can you get involved, there's a number of other things that you can get involved in campus. Our office actually belongs to a larger group called Student Life, which is a department that focuses on promoting a successful and involved student experience through departments like ours, Associated Students Incorporated, Campus Recreation, the University Student Union, Veteran Services. We also have our student life centers for identity, inclusion, and empowerment, such as the Black Student Center, Cross-Cultural Center, Gender Equity Center, Latinx Center, and the LGBTQA Pride Center. So all of these offices and more are here to help with crafting your TOQUID experience while you are here at CSU San Marcos. So you might be asking, well, why should I get involved, or why is that important? Well, let me tell you. First, according to our annual alumni survey, 3 out of 4 alumni say that the co-curricular activities or student life activities enhance their classwork and skills. Alumni who are involved in student life rated CSUSM as the best years of their life, and they were more likely to find a job within 6 months of graduating. And this is opposed to less than 50% of students that were not involved during their time period at CSUSM. And they often also had better relationships with faculty and were more likely to stick to their academics year after year than students who were not involved, which meant that they were more prone to graduate and graduate in a reasonable amount of time as well. So all of these things and more are reasons that you should get involved. So let me start off by asking a question of everybody. And it is simple. You can go ahead and type some of your responses in the chat. But what kinds of things were you involved in, or are you currently involved in? Or even things that maybe you're interested in getting involved in while at Cal State. So go ahead and type that in. Starting to see some responses. I see lacrosse, dance, more dance. Oh, you should make sure you can connect softball, community service, swim, basketball, hiking, cars. Oh my gosh, the responses are coming in so fast now. I can't even see them all. Let's see, water polo, powerlifting. There are so many different things. And we have a number of the things that are listed. I can't confirm all of them, but we definitely have many of these opportunities. And heck, if we don't have it, we can help you start those things as well. So these are so great. I'm so glad to see all these different ideas or things that you were involved in, or that you are involved in, and that hopefully that you get to continue. So there's a lot of different things coming in, and the chat is still going. So that's really great. But you know, a lot of this stuff can be really overwhelming, and there's so many things that you can get involved in. Sometimes it's like, what do I get involved in? We can help you navigate some of that, because we have something that can help guide your experience and make sure that your time here at CSUSM is fulfilling. And for us, it's called the co-curricular model, which serves as a guide to involvement. And we have 5 categories that you can work on fulfilling while you're here. Those categories include civic engagement and social responsibility, leadership and interpersonal development, career and professional development, critical thinking and ethical reasoning, and then lastly, holistic wellness and self-efficacy. So focusing on these can guide you to a fulfilling experience, but also help prepare you for your time after CSUSM. So let's go through each of these to talk a little bit more of what we have to offer here at Cal State. So the first category of volunteering and service. Some of these things we hope you gain from this are being able to practice civic responsibility, the opportunity to serve your community, and model social justice. I saw this as part of what was mentioned in the chat, that some people do community service, and we definitely recommend it, and we provide opportunities for it, such as our annual Cesar Chavez Day of Service, which impacts our local community by completing service projects within groups. The picture that you see on the screen is actually a student from one of our past Cesar Chavez Days, working in a local community garden, freshening up one of those garden beds. So that was really a great opportunity for that student to be able to do that. We also have an Office of Community Engagement, which focuses on crafting and facilitating these opportunities. And even our O team members are involved in this experience as they give back in volunteering and service to CSUSM by working with all of you to make sure that you have an amazing start to your TICWIT experience. So let's give a quick shout out to our O team members because they're so awesome. I really appreciate all the work that they do. So great, right? So thank you all for all that you do and that you're fulfilling, hopefully having a very fulfilling experience as a result of it. So next, I have another question for the group, and you can either raise your hand or you can also agree in the chat and say yes if you see yourself as a leader. All right, starting to see a couple of the hands go up. A couple people in there saying yes. Some people that aren't so sure so much, and that's okay. All right, yes, starting to see them fly up in agreement. I'm so glad to see that. All right. Um, I like the comment for yes for little humans. My little humans would also agree with that too. Hopefully they are crafting themselves into being great leaders as well. But so the reason that I asked this question is because and hopefully, you know, I don't necessarily see everybody, but that's okay because the opportunities here at CSUSM are abundant. And my hope is that actually, if I were to ask you all this same question at the end of your time period here, all of you would be very confident in being able to say yes. And even if you did say yes, that you would feel even more confident about the skills and things that you've learned over your time and the ability to put those things into practice. So thank you for responding, and you can go ahead and lower your hands for now. So we know that leadership is essential, right, for so many aspects of our professional and our personal lives. We hope that you're gain skills such as being able to coach and mentor, the ability to maintain relationships, and also demonstrate emotional intelligence, right? CSUSM is a place where you can not only learn these skills, but to put them into action in a variety of spaces such as our 100 plus student organizations, through our student government, which is Associated Students Incorporated, or ASI. And if you also are looking for more formal training for your leadership journey, we offer a leadership certificate from SLIC called the TICWIT Leadership Circle. So lots of different opportunities for you to be able to engage. And you know, I saw this group, so many people had put up their hands saying yes. But remember, and I truly believe this, that leadership is a journey. And so there's always the opportunity to continue to develop, gain more skills and hone those skills as you figure out like what type of leader you are and what type of leadership skills that you want to be able to employ throughout your time period here and beyond and in the future. So that's really exciting. And I'm so glad to see so many of you are interested and that you view yourselves as leaders. So the next category is career and academics. For many of you, the reason for going to college is to advance your career prospects so that hopefully you're able to do things like articulate transferable skills, model professionalism, and also continue to grow your network. Our Career Center has so many different methods to be able to do this, whether you are just looking to update your resume or even look for internship opportunities. I think I saw the link in there earlier that talked about Handshake, and that can be discussed further as you explore the Career Center. They are able to help you work on preparing for the future or even the present right now. And so it's a great opportunity and resource for you to be able to check that out. We also have more student organizations and groups that focus on getting you closer to your career. So academic focused organizations, as well as pre-professional societies that you can work with to network, learn about a potential future career, or even if you're in that career, to network even further and find potential job prospects or even people that you will be coworkers with in the near future. So great opportunities within the category of career and academics. So another question for the group, and you can use the raise your hand feature, or you can also agree within the chat. But if you could indicate how many of you are in your the first in your family to go to college. Starting to see a number of hands go up. And some agreement statements. That's okay if you aren't. number of them. So this is great. So it's awesome to see so many of our students who are first generation, right? It is the mission of the CSU to support students and families getting in a college education, right? Um, so thank you for agreeing with that or mentioning that, but you can go ahead and lower your hands. But whether you are first in your family to go to college or not, one of the things that's important for people to have in college is community. Community is a place where you can feel connected, find others like you, or even explore others around you. You can practice skills like reflective thinking, engage in civil discourse, and commit to ethics and integrity. Our student life centers for identity, inclusion, and empowerment are ideal places to find and learn about community. Through centers like our Black Student Center, the Cross Cultural Center, Gender Equity Center, Latinx Center, LGBTQA Pride Center, you can get connected in a variety of different ways. If you're military affiliated, our Veterans Center is also a great place to find community as well. We also have many cultural and identity-based student organizations that you can get involved in during your time at Cal State. So lots of different things to be able to explore and look around. Our last category is wellness. So wellness is important, not just the physical, but our mental wellness as well. Many of us have learned the importance of wellness, especially during this past year. So our campus has a lot of resources and ways to help support your overall wellness. We hope through programs and services offered by our campus recreation, you'll be able to maintain your physical and mental wellness. The University Student Union can also serve as a home away from home on campus, where you can take care of yourself in between classes, find a place to hang out with friends or unwind in the middle of the day. We also have great programs like our Took Life initiative, which is programming on nights and weekends to help you cultivate emotional and spiritual well-being. We also have great medical professionals as a resource available through our student health and counseling services. There are a number of different resources that are here to guide you towards finding a purposeful and satisfying life. We hope that you're able to find those opportunities on campus. So I definitely covered a lot of different things, those 5 categories, and then a whole bunch of different examples within those 5 different categories. Here's another thing that hopefully maybe will allow you to explore a little bit more in the future. It's called Took What Tracks. So this is actually a resource where you can start your journey for student org involvement. We have, like I mentioned earlier, over 100 student organizations, and our Took What Tracks database is a great place where you can begin exploring what we have to offer. If you visit csusm.presence.io, you can find all of our student organizations, what they're about, even when they plan to meet during the year. You can even reach out to them if you have questions about joining their organization. So definitely check out Took What Tracks, take that opportunity. Additionally, you also have a chance to let us know what you're interested in via the involvement survey, which will be available to you at the end of orientation. By completing that survey, you'll allow us to get you more information about how to get involved in a variety of different things based on the different things that you respond to, maybe certain things that you're curious about and want to learn more about. We'll be able to provide you with more resources that way as well. All right, so we're coming to the end of my portion. You are going to actually have another chance after this, after I'm done speaking, to be able to check out some breakout sessions in a short bit. You'll have a number of different opportunities to explore, which Jill will be able to talk about a little bit more. But in those opportunities, you can hear from OT members about how they've been involved, how they benefited based on the different categories that I mentioned. And so there's a variety of different opportunities to be able to connect with them. But the last thing I'll say is that if there's anything that you take away from this session is that you should get involved in something. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you find something for you. And it's never too early to start thinking about how you want to craft your Took What experience. And I thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you all in the upcoming year. So welcome, Cougars. Jill.
Great, thanks, Tony. As Tony mentioned, we next have some breakout options for you. And there are a couple of options to choose from. So you just choose what